understood that you established Nirmati Kendras to promote affordable housing in the backdrop of sea erosion in Kollam, and that Prime Minister has adopted your concept to provide houses for all by 2022. Your present action plan for fishermen is also drawn up in the background of the natural calamity Oki in the coastal line. Does it mean that there is an invisible bond between you and the fishermen community?
Oh, that's a very interesting question. Well, all of us are indebted to the fishermen in one way or the other. Our epics teach us that the first incarnation or avatar of Vishnu was as a fish, Matsyavatar. And Jesus Christ built up a great movement for the salvation of man with the help of the fishermen. Most of his disciples were from the fishing community. And we have seen in front of our own eyes when Kerala had massive and unprecedented floods. It is a fisherman who came forward to save the lives of their brethren.
Dr. Bose, you have prepared an action plan for the comprehensive development of fishermen and the fishing community. What are its salient features?
The action plan is a result of a series of discussions and interfaces with those who are working in the fishing sector. The fishermen, leaders of the fishing community, representatives of the various organizations which are working in the sector, and also the spiritual leaders like Bishop Susei Pakyo. This action plan is a result of comprehensive and incessant dialogues with them. I also had the advantage of having served as district collector in the coastal district of Kollam. That experience gave me a first-hand field level exposure to the fishing sector and also the expertise which is developed in the coastal areas there like Nindagara and Arikal.
Fisheries are a state subject under the federal setup in India. How can the central government implement your action plan without state support?
Yes, we are a federal setup. There are subjects which are handled by the union government and subjects which are handled by the state government. And we also have the concurrent list. We have systems to ensure that the federal setup is kept up when we implement programs at the national level and the state level. This particular project calls for the active cooperation of the central government and the state government. This is not a new situation for us. Even now, we have large areas of economic development like agriculture, housing, development of the scheduled castes and scheduled tribes, which are all state subjects. Yet the central government gives financial assistance to these fields through the state government. There is also centrally sponsored schemes. There are special central assistance to support the vulnerable sections of society.
If the coastal line is developed on the model of the French Riviera, what benefit will it be to the poor fishermen?
Well, the crux of the issue is when the coastal area is developed, what benefit will it be of to the fishermen? In the present case, when we develop our own Riviera, it should be ensured that the proceeds, the profit, goes to the fishing community. There should be acceptable formula which is evolved for this purpose. As all of us know, everywhere in the world, coastal property is the much sought after property. But here, it is grossly underutilized. But in the name of development, when we beautify the coastal areas, the benefit should not go to the rich who can afford it. It should be ensured and it should be implemented that the norms which are evolved to protect the interests of the fishermen should not be taken for granted. It should not go with the wind. We have developed effective systems in this country to ensure that we will be able to implement projects. Yamuna Expressway project in Delhi and also the Navi Mumbai project. See here, through social engineering and dialogues with the affected parties, comprehensive and acceptable packages have been evolved. We should be able to do that. We know how to implement such larger projects. Certainly the interests of the local community, the fishing community here in particular, are to be taken care of. The governmental machinery has to move fast enough in a way which is acceptable to the fishermen community when these large projects are undertaken, to ensure that there is no unnecessary displacement of the people. If at all something inevitable is required, appropriate, affordable, acceptable, adequate financial packages are to be evolved. In short, there should be development without deprivation.